In chapter 3, you talk all things wife. My favorite quotes from that chapter are: be a helper, not a heartbreaker. Be a crown, not a cancer. Nurture him, not neuter him. Govern, guard, and gatekeep his heart and home. Many women take the title of queen. Some of us can even be heard calling each other queen as a greeting. But the queen has a unique role in marriage. Talk to us about the difference between the queen culture exalts and the identity of the queen as a wife.
That's good. That's a really good question. I would say the queen that the culture exalts is, of course, manipulation, control, dominance, again, male submission, having people serve them like as if the men are eunuchs, an exaltation of, again, just idolatry, of self. And again, like I said before, that soft life, wanting to always be served but never want to serve, not living a life that's surrendered or submitted to Christ. That's what the world teaches. The world may teach that, or they may view queen as the appearance, that you may look a particular way, but it doesn't mean that your character matches the way that you present yourself. So that's what I would say about that when it comes to culture. Now, when it comes to being a wife and you wear the position of a queen, we have to understand that wifehood is not just a title, it's a mantle. And when it comes to holding that position of a wife, you have to understand that there's a level of responsibility. There's a responsibility of learning how to carry and hold the heart of the person that God has entrusted to you. So it's not just, oh, I get a title, oh, I get a ring, because people run after the ring and people run after that one day of excitement. But how are you going to live the rest of your years where marriage is concerned? What does that look like? How do we show up? What is the reference point? Where do we get our, wisdom or insight from on how to really live this life? So yes, we may have a man that may say, yes, you're a queen, but I truly believe that queenship takes place when we understand the mantle and the responsibility. But also too, for those of you, I also talk about it in the book. I believe it's in the unique identity one, where I talk about how my favorite game is chess, because the queen, she has the ability to move however she wants. She's very strategic, very smooth. She's a silent killer. And that's exactly how we are supposed to be when you wear the mantle of a wife. You have to know, you see things, you know things. You may not say everything all the time, but there is such a groundedness, and you know how to really kill things in the spirit.
Say that one.
You really know how to devour the enemy in the secret place. You don't have to go toe-to-toe with nobody. You don't have to do tit for tat. You don't have to do any of that, but you really know how to show up, and you know how to be like, okay, I see what's going on here. Let me make my move here. I see what's taking place here, and then let me just shift this here, and then at that, the word of God says that the husband, he safely trusts her. And if there's a level of safety where that man or the husband that you have trusts you, you have to guard that. You have to protect that. We learn in the Hebrew and Jewish culture, we know that the word of God says husband, the house band, but of course when it comes to the wife, she's the one who protects the chest cavities. She protects the heart and the ribs. She protects those areas. So as a wife, when you wear that mantle, your job is to protect and safeguard his heart. To make sure that no one or not anything is coming in to infiltrate or to even set up a demonic fortress in that heart cavity or in that chest cavity. So that's what I would say about being a queen when it comes to that. So yes, you get the royalties, you get the crown, you get the beautiful things of life, you get the blissfulness, which is amazing. But the real work is learning how to be stealth, silent killer, smooth, strategic, and learning to understand who you are in that position.